Hello fire signs, Sun, Moon and Venus rising. This is a general reading for fire signs. If this resonates with you, please like, share, follow. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Don't try and make it fit, okay? Because this is a general reading. My name is Serenity. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hold on. Hello fire signs, sorry about that. Now at the bottom of the deck you've got disruption here, fire signs. Someone's having a tower moment here, or coming out from a tower moment, okay? Because somebody here is suffering in silence here, and they're probably not sleeping at night time, right? And they're not grounded, I'm hearing, okay? So you need to get grounded. Go and hug a tree, walk on grass, walk around in nature, but you need to get grounded because some of you are unbalanced right now. Okay, so I'm going to read to you where you're coming out from. It's disruption here, okay, fire signs? So let's see this message for you now. A sudden, unusual, unforeseen disruption or major change is happening or is about to take place. Even if it appears to be negative experience, it can lead to enlightenment or a total shift in your lifestyle. In traditional tarot meaning, this card represents a falling tower that eventually crumbles due to its weak foundation. Whichever part of your life you focus on, this is an opportunity to rebuild with a solid position, a solid positive structure to make you or the situation even stronger. There are times when the most difficult situation arises in your life. If you choose to, they can act as a catalyst to heal other areas. They're beneficial because they're truly your greatest teachers. Learn from the past mistakes and accept them, and integrate them into your life as stepping stones. To be forewarned is to be forearmed. This disruption card is a reminder that negative thinking, limited beliefs, ignoring problematic situations, and risky or careless lifestyles must be addressed so that the positive changes can take place. Life has a habit of moving you forward, whether you're ready or not, fire signs. Transformation of body, mind, and soul can happen if you view this dramatic time or change as an opportunity for growth. In the future, you may look back and be thankful for this opportunity, okay? Because something had to be, like a rug had to be pulled from under your feet for you to actually make a change, because otherwise you wouldn't have changed here, I'm hearing, okay? Now, for some of you, the truth is a cycle has been completed, okay? That's for somebody, okay? Remember, if it doesn't resonate with you, don't try and make it fit, okay? But you've got the truth is a cycle has been completed. So I'm going to read to you the truth. This is for fire signs, Sun, Moon and Venus rising. The qualities of this card illustrate spiritual awakening, clarity, the revelation of truth, and cosmic consciousness at times. It takes a wake-up call to get your attention and show how far you need to go. This card comes forth to do just that. Evaluation of the past, along with the lessons that you've learned or still need to understand. Must now be a top priority. Doing so will enable you to forgive, accept and heal so that you can move forward in a balanced spiritual mindset. The Truth card reminds you that a significant change must be made in a certain area of your life, but don't make any hasty decisions. Take your time, for any choices or alteration must be weighed and evaluated with the most careful and wisest judgment. Whatever steps you take now will far-reach consequences more than you'll ever know. Using the powers of the universe and blending them with a little help from the physical world will assist you in bringing about clarity and a shift of awareness. What was once not obvious will now be realized and understood. Be honest with yourself and trust what you know to be true, because this is the Judgment card. Some of you may want a second chance, and some of you could be going through some form of karma right now, okay? But you got the universe here, which is a cycle being completed. For some of you, you come far on your journey and it's time to be rewarded for your effort. This card symbolizes completion, triumphs, peace, liberation and fulfillment. Everything you strive for is within your reach. Meet it halfway and grab it. The universe is the last of the major arcana cards and reflects the works that you accomplish on your travels. But more importantly, it represents the wisdom that you gained along the way. You should now honor and acknowledge the truly wonderful soul that you are and accept that vital part that you play in the bigger scheme of life. The world is yours to command and you're free to travel in whatever direction your heart desires. You're connected to everything in the cosmos. The universal card is a reminder that the same energy making up the stars in the sky, the same energy that coursing through the universe is in each and every individual. In ancient times, many believed that each star was the soul of one person. They also believed that these souls shine so brightly to guide us through the darkness, and so too can your wise soul. And this is the world card, because some of you may be traveling and some of you have completed the cycle, and that's the truth. Okay? Now, on the tarot reading, you have the Ace of Cups, and that's reverse. Okay? So some of you have blocked your emotions because some of you could have made a bad decision, and some of you are alone now and moving along because some of you have gone within to seek some form of enlightenment. Okay? That's for somebody. Okay? Because it seems like you're fire signs, you seem to be blocking your emotions through this tower moment that's took place here. Okay? For some of you, you're still healing. Okay? And for some of you, you need this time right now to heal, to ground yourself. I'm hearing strongly. Okay? But for some of you, with the Ace of Cups here, coming, what you're coming out from this tower moment, right? And it's reversed like this. For some of you, you may be feeling a bit stuck. Okay? But just know that with your time and attention, you can resolve some form of blockage, because some of you are feeling emotionally blocked. Okay? Some of you need to look where you feel blockages in your life. Okay? And consider how you might act to remove the blocks and get energy flowing again. Some of you need to try to understand what is causing these blockages so that you can do something positive and constructive about them. Okay? Some of you need to think it through thoroughly before taking some form of action. Okay? But for some of you, work should be going well. If you're looking for a new employment or trying to make change, you should see some signs of progress in weeks to come. Although not immediately, so hang in there, fire signs. Okay? For some of you, it can also indicate that things aren't quite where they need to be for your love life to be really thrive right now. Some of you need to look at yourself first. Have you truly dealt with everything necessary to allow you to live life with an open heart? Because if you're in love, excuse me, let me get a drink of water. If you are in love, in a love relationship for some of you, it may not be one that is best for you, because that's probably why the tower moment took place. Because some of you need to think about what you really want and need in life, and get help if you need it. Okay? Because in the center of your issue, you have the Justice card, the Eight of Wands reverse, as well as the hyphen reverse. Okay? So some of you right now, you could be going through some form of karma or justice in your life right now. But some of you, it could be blocked because some of you could be in some form of open relationship here. Okay? Because the Justice card is usually speaking about balance. Okay? For some of you, it's a major arcana here, I'm seeing here, because two major arcanas is the center of your reading. So of you, it could be a marriage, or some of you who are in an open relationship, Mary. Okay? But remember, justice is a double-edged sword. Okay? And some of you, you're going to have to be ready to meet some form of punishment for those who've done wrong and reward to those who've done right. Okay? Because for some of you right now, justice does deal with the idea of karma and the law of cause and effect, stating all the events and all people are connected. It's important though to remember that not everything you are dealing with, however, is directed result of your own action or karma. Sometimes you will be called upon to deal with the result of the actions of someone you care about here. Okay, I see Libra, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Taurus. Okay. This can sometimes be difficult and demanding, as it's when you're open against something that is completely of your own making. Don't blame yourself unnecessarily here, okay? Because it wasn't nothing to do with you. Some of you could have blocked somebody that you was in an open relationship with, okay? And for some of you, this could also be for those who are directly involved with a court case. It's likely to be resolved at least in a large degree in your favor, okay? But for some of you, if your questions whether you or your long-term partner are likely to stay together, often when this card appears, it's that you're likely to choose to go your separate ways, I'm hearing, okay? On the other hand, if you are single, this is the time when commitment may be coming your way very shortly. So stay clear about what you most want, I'm hearing, from the relationship, and you're likely to find it. And you're likely to find it that much sooner. But for some of you, with the 8 of Wands here, some of you could have blocked communication. Some of you may not be taking no form of action right now with the 8 of Wands here reversed like this, okay? Because for some of you right now, right, you could have blocked communication because you could have found outside the person had you in an open relationship for some of you, okay? And for some of you, you could be going to court to go and get some form of divorce or separation here, I'm hearing, okay? But for some of you right now, with the 8 of Wands here reversed like this, it generally counsels patience. Some things in life can be forced or hurried, but at the same time, you need to look at how you're using your precious and limited energy. Are you simply waiting, or are you moving forward as best as you can here, fire signs, okay? Because some of you may be feeling guilty about something when you receive the 8 of Wands here reversed, okay? And remember, there's nothing that can be changed about the past, okay? Like I said, some of you had a tower moment, okay? And for some of you, the only good thing that guilt can create is change in the future behavior, okay? Sometimes the best thing to do is to forgive yourself, but your conscience is there for a reason, so don't ignore it, okay? Because there may be also some disagreement or argument at work for some of you. Because you are the people that you work with have to put too much effort into things to let relatively petty issues derail major issues. Some of you need to back off and cool down and rethink here, I'm hearing, okay? Because if you're looking for work, unfortunately there may be delay in a decision you have been waiting on. So you need to be patient and trust that things will work out the way they should, okay? But for some of you, if it concerns your love life, some of you need to kind of watch out for pangs of jealousy, whether in an existing committed love relationship or in a relationship that you are just hopeful about. But jealousy gets you nowhere and it's no proof of love. So be self-possessed and self-sufficient, I'm hearing. Because some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, you could be dealing with another fire sign, they may even have these in the chart, or a Libra, okay? But you've got the hyphen here, and that's reverse, okay? So for some of you right now, right, when the hyphen's reversed, it's still very much about doing the right thing, okay? But in reversal, however, it indicates a more than normal level of confusion about what exactly the right thing is for you right now. But the answers are within you here, fire signs. If that is, you have enough information about the situation at hand, okay? Because in this reversal, it suggests that you may need to dig a little deeper to find out what's what. But remember that the right thing is what's right for you also here, fire signs, okay? Because for some of you, it could also indicate others don't really understand where you're coming from or why you think a certain course of action is right one. It's not always necessary that your nearest and dearest get it here or agree here, fire signs. Because once you have made a solid decision, okay, then stick to it, I'm hearing, okay? And although you may be surrounded by and receiving advice from some very solid and helpful and savvy mentors, I'm hearing, when the hyphen appears reversed, you may need to agree to disagree with at least one of them at least one point. And I'm hearing, to thine own self be true. Because that is a crucial now, okay? You've got to be first and foremost true to yourself here, fire signs, okay? But for some of you may be getting weary of the same old in a relationship, and you may have a longing to kind of step outside of your usual and accepted roles and routine for some of you. But some of you need to honor that, but tread lightly, okay? Because the hyphen has a relationship to the traditional and established way of doing things. Push too far, too fast, and you could well alienate or even lose your relationship. So cautious is needed here, because this is essential of the reason here, because some of you could be going through some form of karma, going to be blocked communication, no actions being taken here, and some of you here could have been in an open relationship, and some of you you're going to court because you're going through a divorce or separation, and some of you it could be a job that you're moving on from, okay? Now, where you're coming from or coming out from the past, you have the Knight of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles reverse. So some of you could have been dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. It could be somebody that's coming in with an apology or invitation to marriage, but the relationship seems to be off balance here. Somebody could have been given to more than one, I'm hearing, in this committed relationship, or somebody you're living with, okay? But things seem to be off balance strongly. Think of what? Somebody don't want me to talk. Seem to be no give and take here in this relationship or marriage for some of you in the past, okay? Because this, especially with it was like happy marriage, happy life, but it just seems to be off balance here. There seems to be no give and take here in this relationship, okay? For some of you, with the Six of Pentacles reversed like this, right? It can mean that you're not aware of the potential or source of assistance that are available to you here. You may be feeling like you can do everything on your own here, fire signs, and this would be a mistake, because you got family support here, I'm hearing, okay? So some of you need to be, I'm hearing, don't be too proud or too stubborn to allow others to help you, okay? Because the Six of Pentacles reverse is very often a card about generosity, but in this case, you may not be seeing the generosity available to you, nor the capacity that you have to be generous to others. Some of you need, though, to open your eyes and realize that to not accept the help that is there for you is much like cutting off your nose to spite your face, okay? Some of you fire sign also need to realize that there's much more generosity than just giving money, okay? It's also important to be generous at work with your time, your attention, and information when the card appears here, okay? Because this will make the work smoother and happier for you and for everyone concerned. So trying to keep work-orientated things totally to or for yourself is a mistake now, I'm hearing. Some of you need to open up and be friendly. Because things are not cutthroat as you may be thinking here, I'm hearing in the past. Okay? Especially in your relationship or in the family, I'm hearing. Okay? Because if you're looking for love here, fire signs, you may need to open yourself up more. Because sometimes we think we're open when the truth, we're not. Yes, it's good to be independent, but taken to extremes, this can be alienating potential partners here, I'm hearing here, fire signs. So if you're committed relationship that is not seeming to be going well, try giving more instead of expecting more to be given to you, I'm hearing. Okay? Because what's ahead of you, there you are. Some of you could be very controlling, very manipulative in the work environment. Some of you it's a relationship with a Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, but some of you can't move forward if you haven't completed the cycle here. Okay? You could be you here that's actually in reverse here, who's very controlling and very manipulative here. Okay? Because for some of you right now, okay, with the King of Wands here reverse, if it's not you, you're dealing with another fire sign. Okay? Or this person may even have fire in their chart, but it can signify a man who has been through a lot in life. And as a result, he typically is warm, he's kind, and he's understanding towards others. Okay? He himself is likely to have a great deal of energy, but as he has matured, he has begun to understand that not everyone can match his pace. And when the card does not signify a literal person in your life, it can refer to feeling energetic and also to a tendency towards leaning with others. Okay? And if this is in regard to your children, think carefully whether their leniency is the best response to them right now. Okay? Because for some of you, when the King of Wands is reversed in a positive, people around you are likely to be kind, tolerant and understanding. You should have more than enough energy to get what you need to do accomplish. I'm hearing, sorry. Again, some of you could be dealing with a light-haired older man. This man might play an important, helpful role in your life. Okay? Could be somebody you work with. Okay? Definitely a helpful man that could be coming towards you. But it can also signify that one man in particular may tend to be condescending, patronizing towards you. Depending on the situation, you may need to accept a certain amount of this. Okay? But if this man creates too much difficulty or becomes fully inappropriate towards you here, fire signs, okay, you may need to be a confrontation or action taken about it. Okay? Because you do not have to accept a hostile or fully inappropriate work situation. However, though, neither should you allow yourself to be too thin-skinned, I'm hearing. Because for some of you, you could be dealing with or having an argument with a Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus that you can't move forward from. Okay? That's for somebody. Okay? Boys, for some of you, especially if you're interested with an older man who is energetic, kind and warm, regardless of who you're interested in or involved with, this card indicates a thought that your beloved may need some time to think things through, what he or she needs or what they want to happen in your relationship. It's important that you're patient here and open while they figure it out. So take one step at a time, I'm hearing. Okay? Because some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, and that's one of the slowest nights of all the nights. So they might be taking their time to kind of make their mind up about some form of decision. Okay? This could be in a work environment for some of you. Okay? And for some of you, with the Wheel of Fortune here, reversed like this, some of you may feel stuck or you feel like you hit rock bottom and things ain't moving forward. But like I said, you're going to have to be patient. Because this person, especially if you're dealing with the earth sign, they'll take their time and they could be very stubborn, I'm hearing. Okay? But for some of you, like I said, my mum's trying to get these words out now. Right? The Wheel of Fortune, right, tells you that general things and situations in your life are going to be changing. In most cases, this indicates positive, needed changes, but for some people, change itself is very difficult and it can almost be traumatic for some of you. Okay? So if you need help with dealing with changes, ask for it. Especially in the work environment. Okay? Don't try to do it alone or go it alone for some of you. And don't fight the tide. Okay? Because change is part of the cycle of life, I'm hearing. Okay? That's what it is. If you hit rock bottom now, the wheel will turn again, and then if you feel at the bottom now, eventually the wheel will turn again and you'll be on the top. Okay? But for some of you, change is definitely coming. Okay? Because whether that's a good times or bad times that you're going through right now, it passes. Okay, fire sign? This is an important time to think positive and to expect the best. And don't assume that any change cropping up now is permanent. Okay? But for some of you, there is still a slim chance that you will decide to leave your job if you're currently working. Okay? Even if it's a good job, because your heart is no longer in it. Some of you need to give some thought to what is that you dream of doing. Okay? Some of you need to lift your head above the day-to-day grind when this card appears, even if in reverse, because the wheel tells you that you may be nearing time for a change, work-wise, and perhaps a very big one. Okay? For some of you, it's slightly less likely that you may find yourself coming to a conclusion that a long-term relationship may no longer suit your needs. At a minimum, you need to do some sober evaluation here about how your love life is working and how you're feeling about your relationship. And then there is one you want to keep for some of you. Because you may decide that you will need to take action to make sure that it makes it for some of you. Communication is the key right now, fire signs. Okay? Because as with the upright meaning of this card, if you're looking for a relationship, first get very, very clear on exactly who you are looking for. Then make sure that you're putting yourself in a situation where it's possible. Okay? Because it's likely that you will meet people. Alright? That's for somebody. Now, what you focus on, some of you are focused on the earth sign. Okay? Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. This could be somebody who's very stable, very financially stable, could even be married to this person for some of you. But this person is acting very foolish, I'm hearing, or gullible, just to go and get some form of attention. And you're focusing on that. Okay? Or somebody you work for who's being very immature and just doing it for attention. Or somebody here could even be getting some form of recognition or success here, I'm hearing. Okay? And that's what you're focusing on. Right? Whoa. Some of you feel like this person's either taking advantage of you or they're allowing other people to take advantage of them. Or this person's being very selfish, very self-absorbed, and it's all about me, myself, and I for some of you. Okay? Because for some of you, if it's your working environment, like I said, some of you may decide to leave your job because you have the Ace of Wands, as well as, they want to set this on fire with this candle. Going back and forth. Right, some of you may not be working at this moment, could have lost a job, or some of you because it's broken up for the holidays, now it's coming towards Christmas. But some of you could be taking some action, like I said, because it's not working in a relationship, or you could have had a false start. But some of you could have been a job or a relationship, but some of you are going to be moving on, okay, to calmer waters after coming out some form of conflict. It could have been in the work environment, and some of you decided to walk away. Okay, from people and things that no longer serve you. So let's see what other message is coming out for you here, fire signs. Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Some of you it's a relationship, some of you it's a marriage, some of you was in an open relationship that you're leaving. And you can't please everyone. Okay? When you focus on living up to other people's standards, you aren't spending enough time raising your own. Some folks expect you to act a certain way and march to the beat of their boring drum. They find safety in sameness, but you have a beautiful music inside you. Your flair is meant to be shared. Don't shrink to fit in or get approval. Instead, dump your need to please and just be your significant self. Because some of you could be with an earth sign that you're finding very boring, they don't like change. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck, you got again, choose love, fire signs. Because if you're struggling with an obstacle or conflict, choose a path of love. Suffering, doubt, and frustration all transform into the presence of love. So show your love courageously, show your love openly, show your love with no strings attached. It's safe to give and receive love. In fact, if you have a hard time with self-love, start outside yourself and work your way in. Showing love to others can be a gateway for loving yourself here, fire signs. Okay? Now let's see what other message is coming for you, fire signs. Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Okay. Some of you could be healing right now. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment here, fire signs. Okay? Because some of your relationship may need healing right now. Alright? And some of you could be dealing with a soulmate. Because your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. Alright? So some of you could definitely be dealing with a soulmate connection here. But for some of you, like I said, there could have been some form of disagreement that you're going through, and some of you could be moving on and starting something new, taking some action to start something new, move on, because if it was a marriage, it's coming to an end. Okay, because it was unbalanced. Okay, there was no give and take and you couldn't move forward, you just felt stuck. Okay, and it was unrequited love for some of you. Okay, or you're dealing with somebody who wasn't open and they blocked their emotions. Right? Let's see what other message here for fire signs do we need to know. Okay, because the central of the issue is some of you is in an open, unconventional relationship, but some of you were dealing with a snake. The girl with a snake here, you could have been dealing with a narcissist, but some of you were being charmed or used here, but some of you need to set some form of boundaries here. Okay, in this, especially in a relationship or marriage where it was no give and take. And for somebody here who could even block communication, not taking no action, he was dealing with a narcissist. They're trying to control you by not speaking to you, I'm hearing. Okay? That's a form of a narcissistic trait. Now in the past, whoa, too many. In the past here, where somebody may want to come in to apologize or offer some form of invitation here, okay, the relationship was off balance because somebody could have been given to more than one person in the past, I'm hearing. Okay? Ooh. Wow. Okay, 2 cards flew out. You've got abundance and sabotage. Okay, so some of you, somebody could have been sabotaging your relationship in the past. Okay, or somebody was fed up with the repetitive same old. That's what I'm hearing. Let's say here, 1 card for fire signs. If this relates to you, fire signs, please like, share, subscribe. Okay, tell me about this past year, because someone's coming out from a relationship or marriage or somebody you're living with that the relationship was off balance. There's no give and take. Okay, for some of you, you were dealing with a twin flame in the past, yin and yang. I don't say happy family, happy life, but it's just that it was off balance. Okay, especially with the 6 of Pentacles here reversed like this. Okay, because for some of you right now, right, you could have been dealing with an earth sign, okay, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, okay, and this person was more of a taker than a giver. For some of you, okay, And for some of you, you need to open yourself up more, okay? Because sometimes we think we're open when the truth is we're not, okay? Sometimes it is good to be independent, but it can be taken to the extreme here for some of you, okay? Now for the Wheel of Fortune ahead of you, where somebody could have been a player coming in and out, it could have been more focused on the work than it was on the relationship for some of you. Okay, that's spun. Some of you, again, could have sabotaged an engagement here because things ain't moving forward, okay? Because some of you feel stuck in a partnership or engagement. Some of you are self-sabotaging here, okay? Where some of you need to work on it and open up yourself, okay? Let's say this is for fire. Ooh, why did I hear somebody could have even got unwanted pregnancy here? Wow, somebody could have made just something, just maybe just pull these cards here at the side at the bottom of the deck. Unwanted pregnancy. Somebody made a big mistake with a Virgo and somebody's moving on, I'm hearing, okay? Because it's unrequited love. Some of you could have been dealing with a Virgo, a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, okay? But someone's going to get some bad news. And it could all be about finances or because they're not feeling well. Somebody could have got sick and could have lost out on opportunities because they wasn't feeling well. But a cycle for some of you has been completed. I keep hearing that, okay? Remember, when one door closes, another door opens, I'm hearing, okay? But some of you are finding it hard to move on, okay? Some of you is from a working environment, some of you is from a person or a relationship. Tell me about this Wheel of Fortune. You got talking, okay? So some of you are waiting some form of message to arrive, a text message, an email, but like I said, some of you could have blocked communication so you're not getting anything, or you want to. Center of the issue that you're dealing with a snake, a narcissist here, somebody who could have charmed or used you here, but you really need to set some form of boundaries, because you can't seem to move forward, because you're still looking for some form of message to come through. I'm hearing here fire signs, okay? Some of you could have been dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, but this person was very childish, very immature, okay, very gullible for some of you, just for attention seeker, I'm hearing, okay. Ooh, okay. Some of you could be ascending here, okay, getting some recognition here, okay, a new phase in your life. Some of you could be even preparing for some form of reunion with this Virgo, Capricorn or Taurus, okay. But with, like I said, for some of you still ahead of you who's going to be taking some form of action, blocking communication, or they could have been blocking communication on you, because somebody's moving on. And you got the chaser, okay? This is somebody who's very codependent on the relationship, and they're fearing abandonment issues, because if it's not you, then it's somebody's going to be chasing you, because they don't want to be alone, they can't move on, okay? Just can't move on. Because somebody's going to find out something. Things are going to be coming to light. Because what's in the dark will come to the light here, fire signs. Okay? That's why there was a tower moment on unrequited love. Because some of you are definitely going to be moving on. And somebody's either going to be chasing you or you're going to be chasing them. Okay? Let's see what other message here for fire signs do they need to know. Sun, Moon and Venus rising. It's going to take a card from the Door in Virtue Romance Angel card for fire signs. What other messages fire signs? Oh, that was quick. Whoa, you've got playfulness. Soulmate. Play just up to this attraction between your fire signs. Wow, these three fall together. Okay? You're definitely dealing with a soulmate. And you need to be more playful, because there's going to be some form of attraction here, okay? But like I said, some of you could have been dealing with a twin flame. Look, bottom of the deck, you're calling in your soulmate here, fire signs. Your prayers and affirmation and visualization help bring you together. But like I said, you're coming from somebody who you was having a tower moment. Some of you were dealing with a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, or Cancer. Yeah, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But there was somebody who made a bad decision, a bad choice here, after they've gone within, because someone's going to make some foolish decisions here. And somebody's moving on. okay? And someone's going to get some bad news because somebody could be sick, okay? A cycle has been completed. Someone's healing at the moment, okay? And somebody's very defensive and very jealous, I'm hearing, okay? But like I said, for some of you right now, don't forget, when you focus on living up to other people's standards, you ain't spending enough time raising your own, okay? So focus on you, okay? Fire signs, if this relates to you, please like, share, follow. I send you love and light. Namaste.